that's okay. I mean, this won't be long. Yeah? I just give you the opportunity to ask questions, because I know when you start the first time it is rather hard, yeah? Rather difficult to practice. It ain't easy. Learning to walk wasn't easy. Always remember it, yeah. Getting up, falling over, getting up, falling over, yeah. That's the practice, yeah. Don't get disheartened. Kilesas like to do that. Yeah? And Rome wasn't built in one day. So it will take some time. So where are the questions?
Ajahn, may I ask, in terms of what kind of right mindfulness and concentration, then can we proceed to the next stage, like investigation? Thank you.
What kind of right mindfulness? I mean, you can have absolutely concentration if you want to. Yeah, it depends on what you want to. Yeah, I mean, you can go. You can go. If you practice. Really persistently effort. Yeah, with lots of effort, you can go into upachara samadhi where everything stops. Yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean. It's just like a child asking me, "Can I drive a car?" Yeah. If I practice, of course you can. Yeah. But some people, are just are clumsy. Yeah. It really depends. It depends on what we did in our previous life. But if with persistent effort, everyone can do it. Yeah. And it is not. Don't call it mindfulness. Call it awareness. Being aware of what is going on. I mean, always bring it back, and you will sooner or later, I mean, the mind stays there. And once it stays there, then there will be peace and calmness and for some people, happiness. Yeah? Okay? This is the first day, I try meditation, then I ask already about the results. Our society is so prone to results. Yeah? When we go to university, we don't get the degree on the next day. Huh? You ask the prof, the second day, do I get my master degree, or doctorate, Of course you get it, if you put persistent effort in and pass the exams. Huh? And that's the same thing with meditation. Of course you will get, the results of the fruits, yeah. But if you constantly look out, where are my fruits? Where are my fruits? You will never get in any kind of concentration, yeah. Just go the path, yeah. And the path of practice is just walking into the right direction, yeah. Not looking left, not looking right, not looking back, yeah. Just looking forward. Okay, there's one more Buddha to go. There's one more Buddha to go. Or there's one more breath to do. There's one more breath to do. And if you do it like this, you will end up in upachara samadhi, no question asked. Yeah? To get down in the deeper samadhi, you will not be able to do that as a layperson. Most. Yeah? If you don't have the good karma, from your previous lives. Yeah? Okay? So, another question.
Thanks, Ajahn, for teaching us how to do walking meditation. Actually, I signed up for a course many years ago and actually spent a few months and I still couldn't do it because it was paralysis by analysis. He says soul and then, heal, soul, heal, soul. So in the end, I was looking at my heel and my soul and I didn't go anywhere. But today, I just walk, like you said, 1 meter away, you look and you walk. And I did it for half an hour, and it was even better than doing on the treadmill. But the only problem is I keep having to open my eyes to see where I'm going, and I don't want to hit something. And then it kind of distracts me because I have to keep, am I at the end? Have I got to turn around? And I think that's the only problem.
Yeah, here it is a problem. You really have to, when you do it somewhere else, place a candle, at one end, place a candle at the other end, and then you know that where you have to walk, yeah?
I like to do it with my eyes closed, and you really...
What?
Actually, I just look at the lines, and I just look right in front, and then I
Yeah,
won't
I mean
stop.
1 meter ahead, I mean not just down, yeah? Because
Yeah.
then you go off, yeah?
Yeah, but when you're doing sitting, you can close your eyes,
Yeah.
and you concentrate better.
Yeah.
And but
You will see over time, it also works, if you just keep, yeah? But here I agree, I mean, if you walk with 100 other people, it is more difficult, yeah? Because, you see other people walking, walking left and right, and then of course it disturbs the eyes. But if you have a walking path somewhere in a park, yeah, where nobody comes, you put an end, you put a starting point, end point, and then you just place, and nothing happens within the line of your sight. Yeah, so you just walk up, and then turn around, walk back, yeah, and walk normally, yeah. And people who have less concentration, they can walk fast. There's nothing wrong. Don't walk too slow, because otherwise the mind starts dreaming. Yeah. Don't walk too slow. Yeah.
I was walking normal.
Walking normal. Yeah.
But is the effect the same as sitting meditation?
It will have the same. You can reach. You can reach the same kind of samadhi as in sitting meditation. I mean, at least upachara samadhi. You cannot reach deep samadhi. Yeah. That's impossible, because there you have to do standing meditation. You can do standing meditation just standing at one point, yeah? Or it is sitting meditation. There you can reach deep samadhi. But for most people it is not possible. Huh? I mean, what happens, when you reach upachara samadhi while you're walking, and suddenly, suddenly you see the body walking, yeah? And the citta observes, body walking up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And you're sitting there, closing and, that's interesting, yeah. Okay? So you can reach upachara samadhi, where the mind is completely calm, and there's just walking. And why walking is so important is because, the citta needs to put its attention on walking, yeah? Without the citta putting its attention on walking, we cannot walk, yeah? That's why we can't reach appana samadhi, where the mind gets completely still, yeah? So the citta needs at least, 50%, of its capacity to do the walking, yeah? And only the rest of it, we have to concentrate on the Buddha or on the breath. So that's why walking meditation is much easier than sitting meditation, where nothing moves, yeah? The body sits completely still and you constantly feel irritated by it, yeah? So that is the advantage. And the faster you walk, don't run, but the faster you walk, the easier it is to concentrate. Yeah? So look for a longer stretch. If you have troubles concentrating, look for a longer stretch, not too long, yeah? Not more than 30 or 40 meters. Yeah? Look for a stretch, and then walk fast, and you will see it is easier.
So
Okay,
it's good to
understood?
alternate between walking and sitting, right?
What?
Because it's good to alternate between walking.
Yeah. Most of the Thai masters actually did a lot of walking meditation. Yeah.
Thank you. I just found a good solution.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So, any other questions? You have to turn it on.
Hi, Ajahn. During sitting meditation, I feel very sleepy. So how do I remedy it?
But what was the question?
Oh, I feel very sleepy during
Yes.
sitting meditation. So how do I actually remedy it?
When the mind gets calm, it normally falls asleep. Yeah. That is a good way, how to get a good rest. Yeah. If you can't fall asleep in the night, do meditation in front of it. Yeah. No. When you do sitting meditation, you're just not interested. The mind is not busy. So it normally falls asleep. Yeah. And you get tired. And you notice it. Yeah. So you have to be more aware of when the mind decides to go to sleep. Yeah? And it tells you before. Yeah? And then you just say no. Yeah? You resist. Yeah? The interesting thing about the chitta is, there are two powers sitting in the chitta, and that is, one is the power of Dhamma and the other is the power of avijja. And normally, the avijja has complete control of you. Yeah? But there's only one throne, so either Dhamma can sit on the throne, and when the Dhamma sits on the throne, you will be right awake. You're completely awake. You will never be so awake in your whole life. Yeah? Huh? But most of the time, the kilesas are sitting on a throne, and they don't like to meditate. They like to be entertained. If they can't get entertained, they go to sleep. Their only function, look at your life, their only function is to get entertained somehow or the other. Yeah? So you have to be absolutely aware of what is going on before you fall asleep. Most of the time, it's so boring. Yeah, a thought comes up. It's boring. Yeah, and then okay. Yeah, you're going to sooner or later you will fall asleep. Yeah, and then you say, what is boring? Yeah. You have to put your interest. 100% interest is 100% concentration. Yeah, you're not interested, and then repeat Buddha. Yeah, or do something else. Yeah. There's no help than putting in more effort in your practice. Yeah, it always comes. Yeah, people get bored, people get sleepy, people get tired. It's a result. Yeah, of the mind. Suddenly going to rest. Yeah. That's what we're doing. We're putting the mind to the rest, but we don't want to get sleepy or we don't want to get bored. We want to get awake. Yeah. Wake up, what did the Lord Buddha say? Open your eyes and, wake up. Yeah? He was called the awakened one. Yeah? And you are fast asleep all the time. Huh? With open eyes, that's interesting. With open eyes, you're fast asleep, just running down. Yeah. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Yeah? And put your interest in it, yeah? And watch, when they try to suggest these things, yeah? Oh, it's so boring, yeah? Oh, now it's so calm, yeah? Okay, Mama? Yeah?
Just thought this question suddenly. So did Buddha actually half close the eyes? Or totally close the eyes?
Totally close their eyes. You don't want to be distracted. Light can be distracting. People walking by can be distracted. You totally close the eyes. Yeah? Huh? Yeah?
Hello, Ajahn. I find the body discomfort the biggest distraction by far. And
That's why I say, welcome, we have a body.
I notice some people are sitting with a really good posture and sitting still for almost 2 hours without moving. Are there techniques to better oneself in that regard, or is it just practice? What do you advise?
Yeah, it is mostly practice. But what I notice, you're too stiff. And that's why, you have all these problems. Relax, really relax, when you think about when you go and watch a movie, you sit relaxed, so sit relaxed. The important thing is to concentrate the mind. Once the mind is concentrated, the body doesn't move. Yeah? That's the whole key. Yeah? The problem is we cannot concentrate, it becomes difficult, or we think it is difficult. But actually there's only one Buddha. So, just like with walking meditation, one path. Yeah? And when we sit, there's one Buddha. When the Buddha is over, then there's the next Buddha. Or with the breath, there's just one breath. And you only concentrate on one breath. Yeah? You don't think about the time. Because that makes things a lot more difficult. Yeah? Just think about, one breath. Yeah? Okay, it's the in-breath. Now it's another breath, it's the out-breath. Yeah? Or take it, in-breath and out-breath as one breath. Yeah? And sit relaxed, yeah? Oh, don't put it up, it stretches too much. You can put, just sit like this, yeah? It's comfortable, yeah? And then don't worry about the body, yeah? As I said, you know, I mean, 99.9% of the questions are about the body. Yeah, we have a body. Yeah, and we don't realize it because we only use it. Huh? And we use it, you know, and only when it becomes sick and when we need to go to the doctor, then we realize we actually have a body, you know, that can fail or that hurts and so on. Yeah? And it's the same with meditation. And you know, I mean, if you have done running, you know, I mean, marathon, you know, I mean, you know, the first, you know, 1 kilometer is not easy. Yeah. But then after that, you get into you get in routine, and then it becomes easier. And that is the same with meditation. You have to overcome the difficulties, but don't focus on the body. When you see the body, you know, just return back to the breath. Yeah? Don't worry about it. Yeah? The body can sit still, you know, for hours. When you are in the airplane back to Ireland, you know, I mean, you can sit 11 hours, you know, without problem. Yeah? But now we can't sit for 10 minutes on this cushion. Yeah? Think about it, yeah? So entertain yourself with the Buddha or with the breath, you know, and then you don't even notice anything about the body. Yeah? It's all training. It's really training, and it is, you know, for people who done it for the first time. Yeah? I mean, I remember this Luang Por was sitting after 10 minutes. His head was right on the floor. He said, "I can't do that." Yeah. It took months, you know, I mean, to be able. Yeah. And then, you know, after 1.5 years, I could sit, you know, for hours. Yeah. But it just takes it, you know, I mean, 10 minutes, you can't take it because you think it's the body, but it's not the body, it's the mind that is not willing to concentrate on one thing. Yeah? So it takes all, you know, it blames the body for it, yeah? Okay. Understood, yeah?
Thanks.
Ajahn, if the breath is so light that the mind can't really place it, so what do we be aware of?
It's also a very common question. Yeah, the breath is so light that we can't put your interest in it. You're not interested in it. Huh? You want to look at anything else. Yeah? I mean, you take the breath, you know, but you're interested about this feeling, about that feeling, and so on, and that's why you don't really feel the breath. Yeah? If you don't feel the breath, at least know the breath. You understand? Yeah? I mean, it ain't easy, you know. Or use the word Buddha, or use Bud with breathing in and Do with breathing out. Yeah. You have to make it the most interesting thing in your whole life. Yeah. And you just think it's yeah. I mean, of course, then you don't feel it. Huh?
Okay, and then may I ask a question on behalf?
Of what?
May I ask a question on behalf?
You understand what she's saying?
May I ask a question on behalf of someone?
On behalf of, okay.
Yes. For a full-time meditator living a city, not living with Sangha community, 2 questions. During walking meditation, when a thought of strong desire to do something which is not urgent, how should one discipline the mind?
I mean, return back to the Buddha. First of all, you say, you know, I don't want. Yeah? You negate that desire. Huh? Who tells me that I want it? I don't want it, you know, and then you go back to the Buddha or to the breath. Simple as that. Huh? I mean, all your life is driven by desires, yeah? Huh? And some of you hardly can resist it, you know. I mean, you learn how to resist it, yeah? I mean, in the 60s there was a song, "Get up, stand up for your rights." So you have to learn how to get up and stand up, you know, and defend your own right, yeah? Yeah? You tell the Kilesas, I want to do meditation, I want to stay with the Buddha, and you can go to hell, yeah? And you mean it. Huh? You won't be free, you know. I mean, do you think a tyrant, you know, that has his subject under very strict control, yeah, is persuaded, you know, by his subject that he let them go? Yeah? Think about North Korea, think about East Germany, I mean, they said, we want to go, and the tyrant said, no, you can't go. If you go, we shoot you.
The second question is, if during walking meditation, the whole entire body is in pain, should one continue walking?
Of course. I mean, if that same person walks shopping, he is not in pain. Huh? I mean, if that same person, watches a movie, he's not in pain, or is on an airplane, he's not in pain. If this person tries to concentrate, it was the same question I said, huh? It's not the body that is in pain, it's the chitta that is in pain. Huh? Now, the body can walk for hours, without having any pain. It's much easier, than for most people, sitting. Yeah? You looking, botanical garden, people, yeah. I mean, they throw their arms and their legs around, they don't feel the pain, yeah. And now, the moment you have to concentrate on the Buddha, on the breath, I mean, oh, it's so painful, oh. Yeah? It's the heart that is in pain, That is much worse, when the body is in pain, yeah. Sometimes, of course, there can be painful feelings, and then you could just go back to the breath, yeah.
So
when you sit long, I mean, walking meditation has never any problems with pain, yeah? Huh?
So
I mean, when you sit long, I mean, when you sit for hours, for 2-3 hours, I mean, then there can be pain, but that is another subject. Yeah?
So for this person who can feel the whole body in pain, should the attention be partially on the pain and the walking?
No! On the Buddha, neither on the walking, neither on the pain, just on the Buddha, plain on the breath. Huh? It is, I mean, it is so difficult, to stick to this one point. Yeah, you can't tell this person, I mean, if he's swimming in the ocean and he's not on his lifesaver, I mean, he will drown. And the lifesaver is the Buddha or the breath, and there's nothing else that saves his life. Understood?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah?
On the same subject, but this one is during sitting.
Yeah?
So if we sit for 2 hours and our legs get pain, should we endure or should we continue?
Then we can do pain investigation, I mean, if you can't concentrate anymore on the Buddha, if it's still possible to concentrate on the Buddha or on the breath, then just go, yeah? Just go back to the breath or the Buddha. If you can't, then you start investigation. But I'm talking about this tonight, yeah? So you don't have the problems now, yeah? You can't even sit for half an hour. That is, I mean, that is really, when you start to be able to concentrate on one thing, then, of course, pain is coming, yeah. But that pain is magic pain. You're tired? That pain is magic because the moment you get up, this pain is gone. How can that be? And you don't even think twice. Oh, that's fine, okay, let's get up, and the pain is gone. What kind of pain is that? Huh? Ever thought about it? Ever use your brains, sometimes to reflect about what is happening in your life? You get up and the pain is gone. I mean, if it is physical pain, you get up, you stand, you lie down, and the pain is there. Huh? No? I mean, we are so stupefied, I mean, we believe, okay, we get up and the pain is gone, that is remedy, yeah? Just like, we go to the doctor, you get our pills and the pain is gone and we don't think about where the pain came from. Huh? It's just, I mean, we are so focused, we are so educated or trained on this kind of behavior that we never think about anything. We just do, what other people tell us, or what our parents taught us, our teachers taught us, and we just follow, just like, Follow like stupid cows, our bull, yeah? Who leads the way. Huh? Never thinking about what we are doing, why we are doing, what kind of results it has. No? Never thought about, why is the pain gone? You take it as a solution to a problem, and then that's why you get up. Huh? But sooner or later you will have to fight the pain, yeah? You have to investigate pain. What is pain? To find out, where is this pain coming from? Yeah? But that is called investigation of the pain, and I'll talk about more tonight, yeah? And most of you won't even have it, for the next few years. The pain is, and the pain that comes, you just ignore it. Yeah? Do I have to suffer it? You suffer all your life, huh? And you run away, you run to the doctor because of pain, yeah? Huh? You always run away from unpleasant things. And you always run away after pleasant things, yeah? The German dachshund, yeah? This little black dog, is, yeah? You bind a sausage in front of his nose, and you put some tin cans, you bind some tin cans on his tail, yeah? And then he runs and runs and runs, yeah? And as long as he runs, he never catches a sausage, and the noise will never, yeah, disappear. And that's what we are. Yeah? Think about it, You're always running after the pleasant things, never actually catching it, coming very close to it. Yeah? And the noise in the back never stops, huh? The dukkha. That's what we do. The moment you stop, and if you heard a little bit about the Lord Buddha, said, I stopped long ago. Yeah? When he chased, Angulimala, yeah? You stopped running. You're still running after the things. Yeah? So we are running after the pleasant things, trying to avoid the unpleasant thing, running. And the moment we stop, everything stops. Okay?
Ajahn, how do we reduce our sexual desire? Can be very overpowering and pleasurable.
Yes, of course. It's a number one sin, yeah?
I can't seem to control it, and I wonder what's the true motivation to reduce it.
You have to ask the monks what they do, because they are human beings as well, they have sexual desire, the nuns have sexual desires, yeah? You turn the object of sexual desire into something that is disgusting. And then the sexual desire is gone. And that is called asubha practice. Yeah?
It's really hard.
Of course it is hard. Why do you think people become monks and nuns, If it would be so easy, and especially in this world, with all this internet and so on, it ain't easy, yeah. Huh? You have to do it, and the key to everything, the key to any kind of practice, the key to a super practice is replacing, yeah. When you walk, yeah. I don't think you have it in Singapore because Singapore is too clean, but you see some, dog poop or, shit, on one side, and then you instantly, automatically look the other way, yeah? If you see something, that is ugly and disgusting, yeah, then you automatically look the other way. You don't want to see it. And that technique, everyone uses it daily, yeah, on a very daily basis. You see a friend that you don't like to see and you look away, I hope that he hasn't seen you, yeah? And this kind of technique you use, with meditation, with the breath meditation, with samatha, huh? Whenever the mind goes out, you bring it back, it's just replacing, yeah? You don't push anything down, yeah? And that's the same thing, when an object of desire comes in, you turn into something, that is undesirable. Huh? When the object of food comes in, you turn it into shit, you don't want to eat that. Huh?
Do you imagine their insights or what?
No, I mean just, just take the skin off that person. And you still like to hug that person? Well, all this bloody mess, the bloody flesh, yeah? Huh? Huh? That is all, yeah. You can turn it into a skeleton, you can turn, you can just take the skin off, yeah? And interesting, when you take the skin off people, there's no age and there's no sex, yeah? It's all the skin, that's a big deceiver. Huh? The moment you put back the skin on, the sexual desire comes up again. And then you tear it down again, and then you put it up and you tear it down. But you have to learn it, and it ain't easy to learn, yeah? I mean, monks have a difficulty to learn it, it won't be easy, for the first time. Huh? Take a picture, in Thailand there are lots of asubha books, where you can look, people, they bring it on the front page, of a newspaper, when there's a motorcycle accident, and then you see, the half of the head is open, the brain flows out, you look at that and your sexual desire is gone. Yeah? You want to throw up. Yeah? Look at a half cut open, look at a decayed body. Yeah? That was the advice when one of the monks of the Lord Buddha, fell in love with a courtesan. Yeah? When she died, he made him stand there, until the body rotted away, and then investigate, the body. It's a body, it has nothing to do. Yeah? And our sexual desire is, attached to these bodies. Yeah? Make it an ugly body and there's no sexual desire. Yeah? Turn it into an old woman, with no teeth, Huh? Whatever you can imagine, that's where you need your imagination, yeah? Huh? Use your imagination all the time, to bring up all these desirable objects. Yeah? Now use it, to bring up all these undesirable objects. Yeah? If you have problem with food, and obesity, then just turn the food into something that is shit, yeah? You don't want to eat it, huh? Huh? Okay.
Ajahn, can you give some advice because of married couples? If the other partner has stronger sexual desire, so how can we help to have happy marriage?
Well, that is up to your discretion, you have to find it out. I can't give an advice, Huh? It won't kill your sexual desire instantly, And if your husband has more sexual desire, you have to live with that, yeah? You married him, yeah? And over time, your sexual desire has become less, yeah? In the beginning, probably was both, mostly equal, yeah? So find it out, you can do the practice and still have sex, that's not a big deal. Yeah? But imagine now, why do you think, a doctor, cannot operate on his wife, yeah? He cannot open up his wife. He always lets a friend do that. Because he can't, when he sees the intestines, when he sees all the mess in this body, he can't touch this body anymore. That will be burned into his memory. Yeah. Nowadays they use all these green things, that they lay so that they don't even see the body. It's a pity. Yeah. A medical student at the beginning, at least 20 or 30 years ago, he had to open a corpse. Yeah. And what happened to this medical student the moment he opened up a corpse? He either threw up, or fell unconscious. It wasn't even his lover. It wasn't, it was just a normal body that just died. People can't take that, because they instantly associate their own body with this body. And only over time the doctors will learn, how to push that back, this association, yeah? And for us it is, you open up a body, no matter if they're police people, or physical doctors, and the first thing, yeah, And it happens, even, when you look at a decayed body, it's even worse. For some of these police people, who find a body that is 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, rotting away, when they see it and have to investigate it, they don't like that. Huh? It's just in nature. Huh? You don't even like, to see a rat decaying. Huh? It's the same body. Huh? It has a heart, it has lungs, it has flesh, it has bones. Yeah? It's the same thing. Yeah? And you're always prepared, on your kitchen table, tut, and then fry it, and eat it. It's a body. It's called flesh, yeah? Or meat.
I'm just sorry to further this question. So during Buddha's time, some arahants, when they noticed this body,
Yeah.
is so disgusting that they kill themselves. So is that correct?
There was one occasion, yes. Yeah. You have to think about, at the times of the Lord Buddha, there was no entertainment station, there were no smartphones, there was no internet, there was nothing, yeah. And people in India are very central people and very attached to the bodies, yeah. So it did happen, when he talked about the loathsomeness of the body, then the monks thought, thought unwisely, and killed themselves. Yeah? It doesn't help. Yeah? Don't even worry that you will kill yourself if you see so much.
But I want to have the guts, but then every day busy with this body, it's very tiring. So how to overcome?
How to overcome the trying of this body? Get out of the body and see, the body is just a body and nothing else, yeah? Huh? Get out of the car, always, carrying the car on your back, it's not helpful. Use it, to take care of it, that's it, yeah. And find a way, never to get a body anymore. But that is difficult. You have to become a nun or something like that, yeah. You can't do that as a lay person. You may be able to make the first step, getting into the stream, but that's about it, yeah. You still have to have bodies, yeah. Think about it, reflect about it, and when your desire overcomes you, it's a desire for the body. No? Huh? We want to eat, we want to sleep, we want to drink. It's always a desire for the body. We want to have a shower, it's a desire for the body. Yeah? We want to work out, it's a desire for the body. We all live only for this body. And what does this body give us in return? Sweat, shit. We feed it with good stuff, and what does it give us back? Yeah? Sweat, shit, pus, blood. Huh? Huh? So admiring. Huh? Think about it more and more often, and then you get less attached to this body. Yeah? Okay?
I have one question. Okay, during one of my meditation, actually, I can have a very deep concentration. So I no longer feel my leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the mind also no thoughts, but I only aware of my breath. But the breath is very subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But from there, I don't know how to progress further. Do I keep on sitting?
Don't worry.
Until I cannot take it already. The chitta.
But what happens, you should be happy and satisfied, so why do you worry about it? Because the moment that first thought of worry comes, yeah, then you're already out of samadhi.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So, and then you just go back. Yeah? If you want to, you just go back. Yeah? If you want to stop, then you stop. Yeah? But the first thought, that appears, should I go back? Should I worry this? You're out.
Yes.
Yeah?
That's why I can feel my leg back.
Yeah, you can feel the leg back, you shouldn't move too fast, if you sit too long, because you might stumble, yeah? And because the leg might be asleep, yeah? And that happens to us quite often. The leg falls asleep, and we can't move. So slowly move the leg, and then get up. Yeah? Or if you want to go, go back. Yeah? Just return to the breath, until the breath disappears, yeah? Or until the breath stops, or until thought stops, yeah?
Then Ajahn, how to do skeleton meditation?
What?
Skeleton. How to
Asubha, you ask question, half of people can't even meditate, yeah? You have to learn that, asubha meditation, I just told him, take some pictures, get some books, get some ideas,
I've been to some classes before, so still observing.
Yeah, look at it, look at it and see it as your body, Because the first thing is, that is just the body, has nothing to do with me. Huh? See, that is the same way your body looks, yeah? There's nothing different. Yeah? When you take off, when you take off the skin, everybody looks alike. Yeah? So, and then go in, yeah? And then, take this picture, have your eyes open, take this picture in, and then close your eyes, and then try to get this picture back, yeah? And then see what is happening. But I'm not going to talk about it super much, yeah? If you want to learn it, you come to the monastery, because that's a place, yeah? Yeah? It's not, doing asubha is not the place that you do at home, yeah? Especially with your children and with your husband around. Not because of the disappearance of the sexual desire, because of the anger, of the irritation that comes up. Yeah? That you automatically are going to latch on to somebody else. Yeah? You have to do that, when you're alone. Yeah? Okay? So, happy meditation. Now you can go and back and meditate. Yeah? See you in the evening. What time? 6 o'clock or what's the talk?
Science.